Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to check out a Mirri companion bow setup. You can find all the companion builds on alcasthq up here. Mirri setups for Magicka, Stamina, Healer, Tank, and so on. It's all explained here with tooltips. And of course, if you click on these, you will get redirected to eso-hub.com, which also has a full list of all the companion skills, guides, everything is here. There's a full overview page for all the companion content as well. Links in the description. So what do we do with this setup? First off, the gear, fairly simple, all medium armor with aggressive trait. The gear drops from world bosses. The drop rate is fairly low, so it will be hard to get like purple piece with the right trait. Might take a while, but even if you don't have the right traits, it doesn't matter that much. Same for the jewelry and weapon, it's all aggressive trait. The gear for companions is like more simplified than for players. That's this. To quickly talk about the passive, there is really only one flexibility, so you get even more damage for equipping medium armor. And you also get a decrease cooldown for roll dodge by 5%, which is important because the companions can roll dodge like heavy attacks, or when the boss gets too close or a monster, they try to dodge roll away. There is plenty of skills available. We will have a mix of bow skills, class skills, and fighter skill. For example, this here, it's also explained, everything is explained in the guide. Here, like how you can get skills and so on, it's all here. But pretty much you will have to do a fight skill daily quest, and then it will copy paste the level of your character's fighter skill. So if you have to say, if you have a level 10 fighter skill character, you will also get level 10 fighter skill here. To get sniping silver, which is also a range skill. So what kind of skills do we use? Piercing arrow. This is like similar to how snipe works. 8-second cooldown, very long range. Trick shot, AoE damage, 16 seconds cooldown. Sniping silver, 12 seconds cooldown, similar to how snipe works, but also a little bit less range. And then Viper's Bite, which is like a damage over time effect, similar to poison injection. And blood transfusion, this is pretty much your flex spot. You can put anything here. I just put that so it also has some heals, like if the player needs heals. You could replace this with anything really, but this should be fine. So the ultimate impeccable shot, I do like this one. Mirri will usually use it by herself, but you can also activate it with the assigned button. While she's channeling the ultimate, you deal 20% more damage, right, for 3 seconds, and then she also has a huge impact damage hit, deals a buttload of damage. So overall, the builds for companions are a lot more simplified than for players. Please keep that in mind. Same, she has a passive, dynamic, or companion racials, increases damage on by 3% and healing down by 3%. Yeah. And of course, I do recommend testing things out. You can also slot other skills. Vanish. Basically, Mirri Elendis disappears in a puff of smoke, healing to full health and becoming invisible for 6 seconds. Really nice skill. And the reason why I don't use this here is because we have a fully ranged setup, and I expect her to be at safe distance most of the times. So I don't really need something like this. If you play a two-hander dual wield build, then this is more important, but we will look at this separately. So let's see how she actually plays. We will just run through a full Oblivion Portal. which is like the new world event in the Blackwood zone. And they always have a pretty cool scenery, I guess is the right word. I make it buff food. Now I turned damage numbers on, so you actually can see how much damage she deals. Let me kill most of the mobs. To compare this, okay, I'm burning. Like here, my Swallow Soul deals 8.4k magic damage, which is not bad.
Change of plans?
Her snipe deals 11k. So the damage is not too bad, but you have to keep in mind she has a lot of cooldowns, right? 8 seconds, 16 seconds, 12 seconds, 12 seconds, 8 seconds, and so on. That's why I like the magic ability a little bit more that I showcased a few days ago. I will also put the link in the description. Because you can reduce the cooldowns of your abilities by a lot, which helps. So she deals decent damage, right? Not too much, but it is actually helpful. Oopsie, wrong button. And the cool thing is about the ranged builds, she usually doesn't die. We will see how she holds up during mini bosses, and I do recommend, like, the companions are mostly used for normal content. They do struggle in the wet content, but they're not really intended for that, I guess. I am on a Magic and Nightblade build. Like always, builds on alcasthq.com. Interesting, I actually have never used... Let's see, I want to see her use her ultimate. Okay, she's gonna die. Oh! That actually did a lot of damage. Well, I guess we gotta kill him. Oh, did she use the ulti? Maybe I didn't see it. Let's keep going. Kinda hard to record stuff because you barely see her with all these things going on. Let's get these two guys down here. So she tries to dodge roll away from time to time. Once again. Let's see how she does. Okay, that mob didn't attack. That's one way to not die. Lol.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers.
I think the Ash Titan is here, huh? Yeah. Last time she actually died in the fire AoE. Let's see if she actually moves out of it. She doesn't. Well, that's kinda rip. I do hope they actually fix that at some point. It would be nice for her to just like move out of it. I hope they will actually improve the companions to that. Because this is already, I mean, the Oblivion portals for experienced player are not super difficult, but you can already see the companions are at their limit. But then again, I do feel like they can fix this. Just make her move around a little bit, and when there is AoE on the ground, like move out of it.
Don't let them separate us.
Jesus. Yeah, she stands in the fire once more. They really need to fix this.
Keep your guard up until you've got your footing.
I mean, for me, obviously, because I have fairly high damage, she's not that big of a help. When she uses the ultimate, yes, I get the big fat damage boost. But I should not have to play around Mirri just so she actually stays alive, right? And I feel like I have to do that. But then again, maybe this content is already a little bit too difficult. Man, there is a lot. Of mobs. But I have Sep Essence. Nothing kills a Nightblade.
Try to run. Just try.
That guy actually deals quite a bit of damage. But as long as we keep our heals up, it should do fine.
Come on, then. We fight.
This was kind of funny. I thought I'm getting sniped, but it was my companion. So movement is important here. You see I constantly move around. But Mirri just stands there.
We march north.
So I wish they would reposition a little bit more. That way they would also avoid actually getting stuck in fire. Or any sort of AoE for that matter. Oh my, really? I guess he skipped the phase or something. Dead. So at least she didn't die here. Not too shabby, to be honest. I still felt like I had to be careful, so whenever monsters went to her, I had to immediately pull them away. But obviously, if you had a tank here and a healer, it would be less of an issue. Right? You're probably not meant to really sort of this stuff. Oh, I didn't loot. Well, whatever. So there we go. Not bad. Like, this is pretty much the max damage that you can get out of with a bow setup. Impeccable shop is really helpful also to boost your own damage. Fairly hard to track though when she uses it because I barely look at my skills at the bottom. But when you can combine it on my Nightblade, for example, with Soul Harvest, the damage should stack. That's a lot of extra damage for a short time, obviously.
Hope we find something interesting today.
You can find all the links in the description below for Alcast HQ companions, ESO Hub companions, all that stuff is there. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Cheers.